Highas and higher vibrations. Welcome to my channel, everyone. This is Cosmic Cat. This reading is all for those April 13th birthdays. Okay, if you were born April 13th, this message is definitely for you about your day, the rest of the month, perhaps even a message for you in the year. If you were guided to this video and you're an Aries, or you carry that fire, your passion, maybe you're just curious, a curious cat, meow, wondering why you were guided here. You may want to stay and see what the messages are for you. Okay, so in my birthday readings, the way this works is I'll do a reading, pull tarot cards. I'll pull however many cards that I'm guided to pull during this time. I'm going to try to keep the video as short as possible, not too long, but that hardly ever works, you guys. I'm just going to be very honest with you. Aries, you're all about being blunt and direct. You're assertive, natural born leader. You bring about initiation of new things into play. You bring about spring for us. So, hey, ruled by Mars, the first planet, Mars carries that masculine energy, sensuality, also temperament and anger. So anyone that's been feeling that anger lately, it definitely could be due to the fiery, passionate Aries energy that we're holding right now. We just had a full moon in Libra, so there may be some friction of balancing of within your body or your emotions. Today, your color for you to wear is purple violet, which also shows for me, this is a cupcake found in my garden bed, and I found it close to my own birthday, and I've been guided to do this, so it's taken a while, but the birthday readings I was guided to do, and I'm very honored to be guided in here in this situation and reading for you today. So there are approximately 367,000 babies born every day. That means that's how many people share your birthday today. I'd love to hear from you if you've ever met, how many people you've ever met that shared your same birthday. I've only met one other person, okay? And I find that very intriguing, knowing that there's so many in the world that are born, okay? This is the year number 9. And it's also the year of the snake. There's going to be constant shedding of skin. So just know that whenever you're shedding that skin, whenever you're letting go of those old programmed ways, the conditioned mindsets, the things that you just believed because you were told it and you never questioned it, or you were shamed if you did question it, those old things that you're starting to really want to work on and figure out, it's all about that this year. And it's all about I almost said the struggle. I guess I need to say the struggle, but it's also rewarding. It's a very rewarding feeling once you get to that 10, because this is the year of the 9, and 9s are all about almost to that finish line, as if you're running a marathon. You're wore out, you're exhausted, you're almost ready to just fall down, but you keep going. You have that spark of inspiration and energy in you to keep going, because you're going to reach your goal, Aries, right? You are a determined being, and it's really lovely. That's lovely about you. So I was inspired to bring out the turtle, and look, I just noticed he has a little love symbol. So maybe perhaps you have a new love in your life, and someone out there is getting a new love for themselves. A new love is growing within. You've done an inner child journey, and you've reached your inner child, and you're just elated because of it. So congratulations. Congratulations. How are you sharing your birthday? How are you experiencing your birthday today? You're going to spend it with yourself and tapping into your inner child and just getting connected like the hermit? Or are you going to celebrate it outward and have a party? You're going to have a celebration. Maybe your loved one is throwing you a surprise party and you don't really even know. Those are sometimes really nice and fun. Also, the smiley face and gold. Gold is all about purity and abundance. So you do have an abundance here. It's showing that you're overall a happy person. You're a great teacher. And someone needs to really hear that and start to help teach and share their skills with the world, okay? I'm getting that Three of Pentacles feel of learning a skill or trade or being that to someone around you. Okay, the candle at the end of the session, I will blow this out. So think of the message that you would like, what your wish would be that you would like. All right. We are using the Influence of the Angels Tarot deck today for this reading. First, I'm going to pull from the Angel Numbers deck. Have you been seeing any numbers recently that stand out? This could be that your spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, whoever you've called upon, or also just whoever is wanting to reach out to you. This is the way that they try to reach out. They're very subtle little puzzle pieces that we put together. So start paying attention to those numbers if you haven't already. And let's see what we get for you today. We get 2002. I actually pulled this yesterday. So I use this deck every day. I do a short reading. Every day I do a birthday reading, which is longer than a short video. Short videos are under 3 minutes. So I pull one of these every day. I pull an animal spirit every day, and I pull an angel card every day. I also do a short video that's about 7 minutes long to 10 of that is in regards to inner child affirmations. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I recommend you do that now. 2002, have you been seeing 2002? Does the year 2002 stand out for you for some reason? Zeros are all about nothingness, and that's exactly what the void is too. Nothingness, just pure nothingness. You've reached the enlightenment of like that full energy of knowing that in all in all, in the grand scheme of things, we're absolutely just nothing. And there's a sense of super consciousness that you gain and enlightenment that comes with that. That's absolutely beautiful because you let go of worry, you let go of fear, you let go of everything. It's just as if you're floating in space, like you're just flying high and there's nothing at all. You're extremely light. It's very light, almost as if there's no gravity. Okay, so you have more control over your life than you realize. Learn and execute what interests you. Turn things around. Do a 180. It does get better with time. And patience, Aries, because patience is something that is a struggle sometimes for you, being in that Mars first planet. There are plenty of friends to make. If you're losing friendships because of whatever reason, maybe you've moved and you're trying to create friendships now, or you've changed and you're not sure who you are, because we've definitely went through many more and more are waking up. And in March, it was a very powerful month with a lot of purges, a lot of power, solar eclipses, lunar eclipse. We had retrogrades. Venus was in retrograde even, Mercury too. And there was a lot of time for us to purge and let go of things at that time. So now it's like more of integrating that into our lives. If you've been able to let go and purge, if you haven't been able to let go and purge, what sometimes happens is that pocket of what you're waiting for, that intention of goodness that you're waiting for, sits and waits for you to make room for the new to come in. But for many of us and many of you out there, you were able to do this, and now you're getting this new experience flowing in. It's still an unknown, so it can cause a little bit of discomfort. But Aries, you're a fire passionate sign, and you're ready to take the wheel with this. So chill out, have fun, and open up. Go outside. I do encourage you to definitely go outside today. Hopefully your celebration birthday is going to be somewhere in around Mother Earth, like a cleansing part of with trees, moss. I'm feeling fairies energy now. Do you love fairies? share a fairy emoji if you do in the comments below. But it's a magical feeling I'm getting. So you're going to have a really magical time. And this could be just you with yourself and what you have learned about yourself, how you've embraced your own identity or loss of identity, how you've embraced this unknown path and done it fearlessly. You've surrendered and released and let go of what doesn't serve you anymore and surrendered to being more guided by your inner child, intuition, inner wisdom, which is ultimately the goal. That is what Source would like for us to do. So these keywords here, it's important for you to write out what these words mean to you, define these words to you, and then look them up and compare how you see it and how it really is. Now, there could be, it could all jive together and balance, which is great. At the same time, there may be a deeper understanding that you get from just from looking at this, okay? So longing, what do you long for? Technology, how do you feel about technology? Ambition, what does that mean to you? Genius, do you feel as though you're a genius, or does someone else come to mind when you think of a genius? Forward thinking, you're a great forward thinking Aries. You're a great forward thinker. You bring about spring. You bring back to life. You bring that rebirth with you, and you're the very first sign of the zodiac, which is all about the self. Okay? Stress. How do you handle stress? What do you define stress, and how do you handle that in your life? Also, depression, the same. Are you able, or do you deny depression within yourself, or are you able to note that, yes, you have depression, and this is how you handle it, how you care for your depression, how you care for your stress? How do you do that 180 and turn it around? Is it escapism? Is it denial? Or do you actually allow those feelings to happen and feel it and say to yourself, okay, I'm in a stressful moment right now. I just need to sit with this feeling and allow these uncomfortable feelings to be present, to allow the energy to flow through so that it can automatically be released from my body. You know, those are all things to ask about any of this right here. Okay, let's go ahead and start pulling your angel cards, your tarot cards here for your day. Oop, too much. Okay. So I am feeling that someone is scattered today on their birthday. Are you planning your own birthday? This card really wants to come out. Oh, and it's 2. We're going to take these 3. Yeah, are you planning your own birthday? And this is maybe the first time, somebody out there is, that you've done your own birthday party planning. Everything's going to be okay was a message I just received from Spirit. The first card that we have is the 4 of Swords. In your mind. So this definitely signifies a little bit of stress or depression. It is in the past position, so this could be something that you're thinking about the past. Oftentimes on our birthdays, we do reflect back to where we were a year ago. This could imply that maybe you have a cold right now. There's something to do with stability in your life. And angels are looking after you with this. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. Ooh, moving from the 4 to the page. 4 is all about stability, foundation. It's also the 4, there's 4 elements. So how do you work with those elements in your world? Do you recognize them? What do they mean to you? Air, water, fire, earth. How do you use them in your life? Do you ever think about them or show gratitude for what you do have? Sometimes when we're in this mindset, it's important for us to actually have some gratitude for something. And it could be something very small. It could be something that we never think about, like our hands. We take them for granted every day. Our feet. You know, our body is our vessel. And it's important for us to recognize how unique our body is for us, and that our body, this vessel, carries our soul. The Page of Swords shows you are fascinated. Your head could be in the clouds at this time. However, there's forward movement. You are creating something. You are a creative. You're an artist. And this could be in your professional field of what you're working. Maybe you're in marketing. And it could also be an actual painter. It could be a painter. The bubble shows, well, it shows the unlimited potential and possibilities that you can see. You can see here. It can also be like a rabbit hole effect of where you're just like, and now I'm feeling like the Seven of Cups energy, where there's so many different things on your mind. Which one are you going to stick with? And this could be very much your present moment. Someone's really stressing about their party today. Yeah, and Spirit really wants you to know that there's no need to stress. Write out what you're stressed about. Write all of those things out. We're still feeling that full moon energy right now. It's a wonderful time to purge anxiety, fear. Yesterday's scrying message, I haven't posted this yet, but heart anxiety did come up. So if you are struggling with holding on to past hurts or feeling disconnected from your feelings, then this is your heart chakra that's holding anxiety, and it's important for you to work with your heart space. So with that being in mind, you do want to grab yourself a green or pink stone if you like crystals. If you've never experienced anything with crystals, then I highly recommend you go to a crystal store and buy you one today. So we have rose quartz, which is really good for the higher heart, and it's pink. And then this is a green fluorite. And it's also giving me sacred geometry vibes. Also just saw a rainbow occlusion. When I post that scrying message, I definitely recommend you watching it. I'll be sure to put on there the full moon so that you can know that that is the scrying video for you to watch. Because there's messages there for you. This is resonating deeply with that. And everything is going to be just the way that it is supposed to be. Okay? That is what Spirit really wants you to know. And what do we have? Look at that. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. This is reward. This is you sitting in front of all of your accomplishments. All of these cups represent something that you've overcome, whether it's a journey, a path, a past life, something that you have struggled with, but you overcame. And you didn't think that you were going to overcome it at the time, but you did. And now you've gained this emotional integrity and accepted. Someone here hasn't always felt worthy of receiving their positive traits and compliments when they're given to you. And you've learned by tapping in with your inner child, by going inward, you've actually learned to embrace this now. You've learned to embrace compliments instead of rejecting or immediately complimenting someone else. Instead of receiving, because someone is just give, and doesn't ever receive. And it's important that we give and receive because that shows the flow and the cycle of life. That's the true, authentic way to have balance. And with full moon in Libra that just happened, it's a wonderful time for you to hone that and think of that. So the purging and letting go of the thoughts and things that aren't working, what you want to write out, whatever it is that is uncomfortable for you right now, and burn it, okay? Be safe, but burn this in a fire and watch it release. And as it burns, know that you are deciding to surrender. You're deciding to let go of those old emotions that don't serve you anymore. It could be programmed, something that's been programmed into your mind. It could be something that you picked up along the way through other relationships. And it could be even past ancestors' karma that you're working with and may not even be yours. So it's important to just, no matter where it comes from, and so you're going to find this out by tapping in to your inner self and going inward to really realize that even if you're in this spot right now, you won't be there forever and always. A phrase I like to keep in mind is this too shall pass. And you're able, this was past anyway, so you're able to be in this mindset of getting that creative energy start to flow. Maybe you've done a ceremony recently. I'm feeling the vibe that at least one person here did do a full moon ceremony, and it's helped you to start to spark your creativity within, and that's really wonderful. It's all leading you to this Nine of Cups. And you could be on any of these at this time. You could already be in this position right now. Or maybe you're in this one feeling mode. You could be in this feeling mode. Again, there's a sense that it's very important for you to be unlimited. Someone may say something, but it's important for you to feel your intuition and gut and guide yourself as to how you see it and perceive it, okay? Yes, there are general rules, regulations, things that we must abide by. At the same time, have the unlimited possibilities. I wish I could remember the phrase that is from Alice in Wonderland, and it's something about like thinking of 10 impossible things before breakfast. You might want to look that up and see what that means to you, okay? Because it's really for someone that kind of constricts themselves, has the narrow mindset, and isn't really open to other suggestions. And especially if you're in a leadership role, you really take it seriously, and you want to make sure that what you are communicating, like if someone comes to you about a speech that you recently did or the way that you're doing your work, instead of shutting them out, hear them out, listen to what they have to say, and then go within and find out if that really is something. Instead of having an instant block or an instant feeling as though it's an insult, like be more open-minded is the suggestion here. And also don't forget to remember how far you've come. Okay, that is the message for you today. Let's go ahead and blow your candle out. Okay, actually, I'm gonna need to pull an archangel animal for you. So do you like animals? I think that many of you do, because I was guided to, hold on, first you must pull a card. And I was going to pull one, but two came out. And here are the messages for you. B, spread heart healing with joy. Call upon Archangel Preminelik to help you. Yeah, this is going to help you with your integration. Because when we do purge and let go of things, we become in this unknown state. We're not quite sure who we are yet, because we've let go of the cycle, the old patterns. And now it's like, well, what do I do moving forward? How am I going to communicate? How am I going to think? What are my thoughts going to be? So if you've kind of felt a little bit out there and unsure and out of space, call upon Archangel Preminelik. Again, remember how I said earlier about the anxiety, the heart chakra. Spread heart healing with joy. So I'm guided to share with you a story about myself with bees. I'm highly allergic to bees. However, when I very first became spiritually awakened, I am a florist too, and I make foxflower arrangements and real ones. The foxflowers, I have some out back on my deck, and as I was sitting there making something else, working with some herbs or something, these bees started to swarm these fox arrangements that aren't even real. Like they thought they were real, but then they realized they weren't real. And they started to swarm me and circle around me. And because I was extremely connected with spirit, that moment in time, I was able to sit still and be still and know that they were communicating to me. They were trying to cleanse me and cleanse my heart. And it was very, very beautiful. And I'm trying not to tear up right now because it's hard to describe the sensation and the feeling that I felt. This doesn't mean that this is for you to do. This is just for something for you to maybe think about when you see bees. Bees are pollinators, and without bees in this world, we wouldn't be here. Same with the plants and the trees and the birds, the butterflies, all of them they're all part of us having oxygen and breathing in air. So it's important for you to really know that. Archangel Premilik is the God that oversees the insects of the world. Think about an insect's life. How does an insect live? How do they survive? Do you think that their lifespan is very long? I mean, we kill a fly without thinking twice. Ticks freak us out. Sometimes some people are terrified of spiders. I mean, there's all kinds of ways. If we really think of how we look in an insect's point of view, we look like giants, ginormous. So just as much as like your fear raises being around bees, because some can sting you and it hurts. But that sting is also like quick and done. Same thing with stinging nettle, and I'm not sure why I was guided to share that with you. Maybe perhaps you're a gardener too. Stinging nettle does have many benefits for us, for our bodies. At the same time, she will sting you. Yes, she will. But that sting might be for you to recall a memory, to gain something back from there. And now I'm feeling queen energy. Yes, you are queen. And that is not gender specific. I mean, we all have feminine and masculine energy. We've all lived many lifetimes. We've been male, we've been female. So that's that. An eagle. Okay, so call upon an eagle to seize opportunities courageously. Opportunities courageously. You are doing that with the Nine of Cups. Here you're contemplating whether to do this, the opportunity. And look, there's a rainbow, and I saw a rainbow in here. Also, if you have a crystal quartz was the very first one that came to me before I started the reading. And I just saw a rainbow occlusion in there too. So there's something with rainbows with you as well. Call upon Archangel Bakbi to help you with this, okay? That is the message I have for you today. And on the count of 3, I'm going to blow out your candle. 1, 2, 3. And as the smoke rises, may all your dreams and wishes rise too. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.